Hey, hey, hey! Hello, my fellow crafters. Tara here in the craft cabin. Hope you're doing well today. The sun is shining outside, which is great because we're making sun. We're making sun today, so we're going to bring the sun inside as well. So, yeah, hope you're all well today. I'm here with my coffee. So doing very well. So yesterday we were making ladybirds, so I hope you made some ladybirds at home. I see some people, someone had sent me a picture of ladybirds made with toilet rolls, so that was or toilet roll holder, so that was really good as well. So there's loads of different ways you can make things, so do experiment yourself as well and come up with some super duper ways to make things as well. So do let me know what you're up to today. I know it's the weekend coming up, but every day turns into the same, doesn't it, when you're off and everybody's hanging around the place. But hope you have a nice weekend planned. Hope you have a nice day planned. If anyone's doing anything fun or unusual today, let me know. I know some of you are still doing school at home, so hopefully at the weekend you'll have a rest from homeschool or school at home, whatever you're doing. So I see some people on, so do say hello if you're online and watching. Do like to see who's about and who's watching. So today we are making some sunshine. So we're making some suns. I'm going to show you how to do two different types of sun. So again, we're adding these to our village. So every day we're adding a little something to our village, and the village is going to fill up with lots of different crafts. So be the animal crafts, or I said we do a hot air balloon, and we will do a hot air balloon. Maybe we do aeroplanes, maybe we do birds. We have a lake in our village, so I think we might need to do some fish. So lots of different crafts we're going to do. So you can make your own village if you want to. So you can put up some paper on the wall and add some pieces, or you can put everything on a windowsill, or maybe you have a corner of the bedroom or a shelf that you can put all your bits and pieces on. But anyway, so good morning everyone. I see some people online. Very quiet today. Oh, I see some love hearts. Hello. Hi guys, Tara here in the craft cabin. If you're just watching for the very first time, this is our kids craft challenge. So every day we're doing a little craft challenge for your little ones at home, just as inspiration and to maybe help you occupy a little bit of time. Who do I have? Juliet from Eden Derry here. Hello, Juliet. We've Deborah from Cork watching with Emma and Deborah. We have May and Malaz. We have Avery, Eli and Alec. Oh, they're busy painting their craft village. Oh my God, I can't wait to see your craft village, guys. Oh, that's going to be so good. Oh, I'm going to look forward to that. Make sure you send me loads of pictures or even a video. Oh, you could send me a video, couldn't you? I'd love to meet you guys too. That would be really lovely. So good morning everyone. Lots of thumbs up. So are there some new people on? There's some new people there I don't recognize. What I might do is just show you the village. So I'm just going to excuse me, I'm going to show you our little village. So it's just a little mural that our lovely Tina, who's in the shop with me today, completed. So just move this out of the way. I'm just going to turn this around and show you our village. So this is our mural, our village scene. So what we are doing is we are going to fill this up. So all these fields, things, we might do tractors, we might do more houses, we'll definitely do more animals. See, we need to put stuff into the waterfall and the lake. We definitely need to fill up the sky with lots of things. What do you think? So this is what we did yesterday. We did ladybirds yesterday. We also did sheep the day before. So we're really starting to fill it all up. So you may not do exactly something like this, and that's fine. As I was saying to some people, you might do, excuse the mess of the shop, you might do on the back of your door, maybe to put up some sheets of paper so you have somewhere to put all of your animals and somewhere to put all of the stuff for the sky, okay? So excuse the mess. We have been taking photographs of lots of our different samples and things for every corner in the craft cabin is full of crafts at the minute, which is brilliant. So this is our village that we're going to fill up, guys. So I think we need to get cracking. So, hello, back again. So I'm just going to sit down and put my camera back. Who else do we have here? We have Caroline. Hello, Caroline. She is watching with Ashley in Lavi. Hello. Caitlin. Whoa! Oopsie. Caitlin is watching as well. We have Deborah is saying hi from Abby, and Anita is watching. So let me pop this back in. There we go. So hello to everybody. Am I back? I am. Sorry. Butterfingers this morning. So as I was saying, it's sunshines today. So we're going to do some suns. So I have two of them. I'm not going to completely make them. I'm going to show you how to do them because they're quite simple and I think you can manage it. So I'm going to show you the two that I have. We have Claudine, who's just come on as well. Hello, Orla and Poppy and Swords. Hello, ladies. How are you today? Do give me a thumbs up. So I have two different sunshines to show you today. We have this one. Oh, and bits falling off. I need to put more glue on. So these two are paper plate crafts actually. So this is going to be one sunshine. I might draw a little face in here actually. So this is one. The second one is this one. I rather like this one, I think. So this one is done with yarn and felt. So I'll show you how to do that one as well. But these are just plain simple paper plate crafts. And again, if you don't have paper plates, you could use just paper. Okay, so we're going to show you how to do both of these so you can come up with your own version of sun. Okay, or maybe there's more than one of you in the house and you do make two suns. What about that? The sun's shining on me. I love that. So let's start with this one. Okay, so I'm going to bring it down and show you what you're at. Have I missed anyone here? Oh, Olivia and Rebecca. Hello, Annette, are you well? Hello to the Dowds. All good. So I'm going to flick this down now so you're going to miss my pretty face for a few minutes, okay? So this necklace is so annoying, it keeps banging off things. Anyway, let's get going. So the first one we're going to make is this paper plate one, okay? So what I started with was just a plain paper plate. Doesn't matter what size it is. What I used then is I painted it. So I just got some acrylic paints or poster paints or whatever you have around. You could use those. And I just painted it. Just to say what I did as well, I don't know if you can see it, mine is kind of textured inside, I don't know if you can see it. So I didn't want it just plain, I wanted a little bit of texture. And all that is with a sponge is I dabbed the paint. So I put loads of paint on it and then I dabbed it with my sponge. So it just makes it all humpy and bumpy and lumpy, yeah? So we could, you could do that. If you don't have paints, you could just use crayons or some markers. Do we have some yellows there? I have these lovely sun stamps actually. So you could stamp suns on your sun. So whatever way you want to make it yellow. I did mine kind of yellow and orange as well, because sometimes in the middle of the sun it can get quite orange, like it's fiery. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to paint it. So just as always, if you're going to paint, it's going to take a little bit of time to dry. Also when it's drying, it's going to be quite soft, and so don't work on it until it's completely dry. But if you colour it in, then you can do it really, really simply. So once it is painted, all you need then is loads of strips of paper. So as you know, we have lots of strips of paper here in the craft cabin for lots of different crafts. So just with loads of yellow, all I did was, on some of them I kept straight. So you see some of these ones are just straight ones, and then other ones I curled. So I love these. I would love my hair to be like this. I would love to have curly hair. Do anyone have curly hair? Probably if you have curly hair you hate it, but when you have straight hair you hate it. So you're going to leave, some of them are going to be plain. They're just going to be little strips of paper like this. I cut this one in half, I ripped it in half and I stuck it down. So just with some ordinary glue all around the edges of my paper plate, and then I some strips. But with some of them then I made them curly, and all I did with those is I got my marker and I just wrapped it around the marker. Whoops. Just hold at one end and roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it. Give it a squeeze and let it loose. So then I have a little rolled up one. So then I just stuck them down in the middle then. So I just went all around. So the one that came off here, I'm going to stick down. So a little bit of glue on the edge and then stick it down. So I went all around it then and stuck down. And some of them I made skinny. So some of these ones are skinny and some of them are thick. You can see that. They're different widths as well. So it doesn't matter what way it is. It's just to fill it up and make it all like full and fiery looking. So just like that. Okay, so you could do a little face in yours as well. So if you want to put some googly eyes and things in it as well. Actually, let's do that. For the crack, let's do it. So maybe rather than doing googly eyes, I'm going to draw some. So again, I'm going to fold my paper over because I always like to take shortcuts. I'm going to do a circle. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. All I'm doing is an approximation of a circle. All right, so this is going to be his eyes. I might turn it around like that, like this. I'm going to do, do I have some black? No, it's all right, I'll do it like this. So do, oops, color in like that. So do, my glue has fallen, one wee sec. No. So with my little eyes, I'm just putting a little bit of glue on the back of them. I'm going to stick one down and some glue on the back of the other one, and I'm going to stick it down. All right, so I have like this. So I think I will put eyebrows on this one. Does my son need some eyelashes? I think he might do. So just like that, I'm drawing upside down. A little button nose, and I think it needs a giant smile. So I'm going to bring out the big marker for this one. So let me turn it around so I can see. So just doing a big smile. Whoops. Like that. All right. So now I have my little sun done. So do you think you could manage that one? I'm sure you can. All right, so that's one of them. I'm going to show you the second one. So have I missed anybody? Martina is on. Hello. Oh, Martina, hello. I was chatting to Martina the other day. Hello, Martina. She is watching with Grania from Eden Dairy. So do stay on, guys, and I'll show you our village. So you maybe missed our village, so I'll show you that at the end. So do stay on. Today we are making sunshines. So we're making some suns. So I've made this little sun here. So that's one sun that you could make. The second one is this one. So this one is a little bit more complicated, so maybe for somebody older, but you can achieve it no matter what age you are, with a little bit of help, maybe if you need it. So this one again is started with a paper plate. So you can paint it again, so if you want to paint it. With this one, I just coloured it in actually. I just thought that if I'm putting so much yellow with it, that I just colour it in a little bit. So I just used a crayon, and I just went around and just quickly coloured it in. You will do a much better job than I am doing, because I'm doing it very fast. So you'll do much better. And then you can go around the edge of it then as well, and ruin Mommy's table at the same time. Sorry, mums. Okay, so just go around and around. We'll do this really quickly. Sure, why not? Sure, what else would we be at today? Look what I'm at. Maybe I'll clean it later on. It's just because when you have the ridges on this one, it's hard to go across it. So don't try and go across it unless you're painting. If you're using markers and things, it's better to go with the lines. So thankfully I chose a small plate. Oh, I'd be here for ages if I had a big plate. And do recycle the plates. So sometimes we play a drawing game with our plates and we end up with lots of stuff written on them. But then what do you do with the plates? So this one here, you can see on some of it there's words and stuff written on it, and I recycled it, to be honest. And that's not just because I'm Cavan and I mean, it's just I like to reuse stuff as much as I can. Okay, so now I have the base of my sun. This craft you're going to need a punch. Now I have a 1-hole punch. Not everyone has one of these, but you might have one at home that has 2 punches in it, or has 2 holes in it. So whatever one you have you can use. If you don't have one of these, you can get mum or dad or whoever's at home to use a knife or a pair of scissors and just punch through it. Or if you have a knitting needle, for example, you can punch through it. And if you're doing that, even if you put down a little piece of sponge or cloth and go around with your even a pen would do, a pen or a needle, and punch through it if you want. Okay, so if you don't have a puncher yourself. Okay, so my one, I have this, and all I'm doing is it's punching little holes like this. So I'm punching all the way around. Doesn't matter how near you do them or how far apart you do them, doesn't matter. I'm just going around making it holy. Okay, so then I end up with this. So I have a holy plate. So the next big thing I need for this is some wool. So I have yellow wool just because it's sun, but you might be able to, or you would be able to use other colours as well. Like a sun doesn't have to be yellow. You know what I always say, wonky is wonderful, so things don't have to be the colour they are in real life. Okay, so what I like to do with this is you can do one big long length, because what we're doing is we're kind of weaving in and out of the holes the yarn. But sometimes if you have a really long piece of yarn, it gets all tangled up and messy. So you can do a few different lengths, okay? So it doesn't have to be one big long length. So I'm going to show you, I'm just going to cut a length of this, okay? Because it can be so awkward when you're trying to bring a whole pile of yarn through. So all I'm doing starting off is I'm going to pull it through one of the holes, and I'm just going to tie it. So just an ordinary little knot like you would if you're tying string or tying your shoelaces. I might just do a double knot because sometimes at the beginning you pull it quite tight. So now I have this, and all I'm doing is I'm getting the end of my yarn and I'm putting it through my holes. Okay, so I'm going to go down. So it's good if you try and go opposites, okay, as much as you can. And I'm going to pull it through. So you don't need to have a needle for this. Oops, wrong way around. You don't need to have a needle. You can just use your fingers for it. And now that I have it at the back, like this, I'm going to bring it up to a different hole. So I'm going to bring it up to here, and I'm going to put it in here. And you can go to the back or you can go through to the front. So on this one, you see it's disappearing into the hole here. But if I get the end, whoops, again, I can go into the back. So if I'm going to go this hole, I can go down this way, or I can bring it up to the back. And what that does is, if I show you now, bring it up, it brings the yarn to the front. You see there, it's going over the side of the plate, whereas these ones are staying the other side. So either way is right. There's no wrong in crafting. Just have a bit of fun with it. So just go into any hole that you want, in any order that you want. There's no rhyme or reason to this craft. Just try and get it into as many different holes as possible. Oops. So you see, it can be a wee bit awkward, so just take your time on it. There is no rush whatsoever. And I'm going to come back up to the top here, and I'm going to go this side. So just keep bringing it into the holes, okay? And I'm going to bring it to, and as well, you can go into a hole a second time. So I'm going to bring this one up to this hole. So what happens then is you run out of yarn. So what you can do is I'm going to cut another piece of yarn. So I'm going to cut this. And I'm going to tie my two pieces together. Okay. I'm going to tie them in just a little knot. You can do this yourself, do. If not, I'm sure there's someone at home that will help you. So now you can put it into a different hole. Oops. Okay. So it doesn't matter if you can see the knots, okay? Doesn't matter. So I'm going to go down one more time, down to this edge, and put it through here. This is my last one. Okay, so just keep wrapping, going over and across and up and down and around and whatever way you want to do it. Okay, there's no right or wrong way. So what you end up with is you'll end up with it all crisscross like this. So you can keep going until it's really, really full. You could just have 5 or 6 strands. Like you could just leave it like that if you wanted to. So it's totally up to you how many you do. Okay. To finish this one off, then I put some felt around the edges of it. So I got a little piece of felt, so I have some yellow felt. Again, if you don't have felt, you could use, maybe you have some yellow material at home, or maybe you have some yellow paper, or maybe you just have some white paper that you can color in yellow and you can cut into triangles. So with this one, I cut mine into triangles, okay? So I always kind of fold mine, so I'm able to cut a few at a time. These are called pinking shears. I don't know if you can see them. They have like dragon's teeth on them. I love these ones. So you can just use ordinary scissors. Do I have ordinary scissors? I do. You can just use ordinary scissors and cut plain ones. But I just thought for the crack that I would use our pinking shears. So people who do make things out of fabric often have pinking shears. So with the felt, all I'm doing is I'm cutting triangles out. So whatever way you manage to do that. Okay, with my one, because I had it folded 3 times, my ones are like this. So I ended up with loads of little triangles. So I have a couple of triangles here, and I stuck them down. So just on the back, just with a little bit of glue. I might as well just put these down and go to waste. With a little bit of glue, I put glue on the edges of them and stuck them down. So what you might do if you're overlapping them is make them maybe different sizes or different lengths. So I'll stick these ones up a wee bit higher maybe. Whoops. Okay, and just do a few more to show you. So just glue them. And these ones I'm sticking down. Like that. And I have 2 more to do. We do this one here, and this one we do here. And again, when you have the glue down, it might just take a little while for it to dry. So be gentle with it until it dries. And then I end up with this. So I end up with my sun. So you see, I have some of them that are longer and shorter than others. I think that's a really nice effect actually, when they're a wee bit shorter and longer. So that's it. So again, you could stick eyes and things on it if you want to make a little a face of it too. So you're going to start with your paper plate, you're going to colour it in, you're going to punch holes around the side, and then with some yarn you're going to weave in and out and up and down and across and over all of the little holes with some yarn, and then you're going to cut out some triangles out of felt or paper or fabric or whatever you have at home. Okay, so how about we pop these down into our village? So going to bring us back up here. So who have we missed? Somebody? Have we missed anybody? Let's see. Anita, Marie, hey Tara, you're a sunshine yourself. Oh, Marie, That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Martina. Oh, Martina's there. Gracie from Eden Dairy. Yeah, Nicola from Navan, and Pam. Hello, Pam. How are you? So let's pop our sunshines down onto our village. So this is going to be an unusual village and an unusual scene because we're going to have two sunshines in one village. So our world has two suns. Sure, why not? So, whoops. So I'm going to take these down. Going to turn around and we're going to put our sunshines down. So this is our village. Okay. So for those of you who are just coming on for the very first time, this is our village. These are some of the other crafts that we made some of the other days. But we're putting down all of the crafts that we make. We're going to pop them down onto the village. So let's put our sunshines down. So let's take this one first. Okay. I'm going to pop this one. Maybe we pop him in this corner here. All right. And we'll pop this one. What about, do you remember we made the rainbow, which has lost one of its clouds? We made the rainbow one of the days. So why don't we put the rainbow coming out of the sun? What about that? Yeah, I think that would do nicely. Whoops. So we now have two sunshines in our village. Sure, why not? Lovely. Great. So bringing us back, guys. So back again. So that's it for today. So we have our sunshines done. So hopefully you will make some sun when you get a chance today as well. If you're making anything else at home, do let us know as well. We love to see what people are making. It's great. See, have I missed anybody? Caroline, hi Caroline. Caroline is all as well on as well. So I think I've got everybody who was on. No, I think that's everybody. Fantastic. Okay guys, I'm going to sign off for today.